Hello friends, I am Hasan Denli. Together with my friend Ertuğrul Yılmaz, we developed a project based on .NET 5 with a microservice architecture approach and turned it into education. We determined the subject of this project as an online action platform. The underlying purpose of the subject is to be original and to be able to design and develop the architecture of the project independently of the business for any business we may encounter in daily life. For this reason, we try to explain why we choose this technology and why we use it in this way, not how we did it in design pattern we apply both in technology selection and coding. Without further ado, let's take a look at what is in the course. As the same of the training suggests, our project is a project developed with a microservice architecture approach. Therefore, it is important to understand the communication between microservices and to be able to decide in which logic we should create microservice. We will explain concepts such as sync communication, async communication, real-time communication. At this point, we will talk about which communication method we should choose in which situation. We will develop REST API for microservice opening doors and CRUD operations. We will solve the API gateway design pattern with Oscillate framework in order to prevent confusion between clients and servers in distributed architecture and to provide control. What is the API and why is it in use? We will talk about them. In my opinion, when we think independent of the leg we develop and the technologies we develop, dependency injection is the most fundamental element of making this business sustainable, maintainable. That's why we are going to dwell on it. We will implement the clean architecture design pattern by Robert Cecil Martin, also known as Uncle Bob. We will implement the CQRS design pattern, which stands for Command and Query Responsibility Segregation, chaining popularity with microservice architecture, entering or less and making or less easier. We will implement MediatR design pattern. We will provide example of the how solve cross-cutting concern that we often encounter in enterprise projects. Again, we will focus on concepts such as event-driven design, event sourcing, domain-driven design, which are popular with the microservice architecture. What is the layer architecture? That are these layers, how to develop them. We will make an example on the subject. We will implement repository pattern with Entity Framework. The experts in this business down and work and came up with the same principle. They call the abbreviation SOLID. We should how that too. What is this SOLID? Why we will touch on these important issues while developing software. Let me tell you that it's my favorite part. We will gain a different ability by implementing WebSocket programming with SignalR, which offers a real-time programming solution. This is the main purpose of determining the action platform as the subject of the project. Having WebSocket programming technologies will give a different perspective when developing a project where instant data is important. Data is needed to be distributed to clients in real time and seconds are critical, such as action platform, stock exchange platform, cryptocurrency exchange. If we need to list technologies we will use, we can say .NET 5, ASP.NET Core Web Project, Entity Framework Core, SQL Server, MongoDB, RabbitMQ, SignalR, Oscillate, Poly Framework, Swagger Open API, and we will host them as Docker Compose. With this, we will also benefit from libraries that make our work easier while coding, such as AutoMapper for fluent validation. As I mentioned at the beginning, our aim will be to share with your experience in the problems we have encountered in the enterprise project we have developed so far. Finally, I would like to take a look at the picture at the project architecture. All elements of our project will be hosted on Docker so that you can communicate with each other. We will learn to run all web APIs, data layer technologies such as RabbitMQ, which will develop over the same Docker Compose file. The business of the project will be carried out by three microservices. The product microservice will consist of a web API and MongoDB. We will be responsible for the product data in project. Sourcing service will consist of a web API and MongoDB. We will also get SignalR up and running through this microservice. This microservice will also be responsible for the real-time communication and application. Other service we have is a order microservice. This service will consist of a web API and MS SQL. We will have an event bus library that we will develop on RabbitMQ to ensure asynchronous communication between services. In order to provide isolation between clients and service and facilitate communication, we will develop our API gateway microservice with Ocelot. Finally, of course, we will develop an ASP.NET Core-based web project that enables end user to use project. We think that the content of this training includes many cases and technologies that we will encounter while developing project in real life. In this way, we hope that it can help your software life. I wish you good training. Goodbye.